Hello. Can I just check what year groups we've got here today? So have we got anybody year 7? Year 8? Year 9? Hey, we've got a lot of year 9, great. Year 10? Yeah, a few year 10. Year 11? Yeah, year 11, hey. Any post 16 people? Yeah, got a few people. Okay, that just gives us... Well, wait. We'll just wait for that to finish. Okay, right, we're going to talk about apprenticeships and how you can find the right vacancy for you. Does anybody know what they want to do when they've finished school or college? Anybody got any idea? Yeah? You want to be an architect? Great, yeah? Anyone else? Construction, brilliant, yeah, you can do that through an apprenticeship. What about anyone at the back? Anybody got any ideas? No. Okay, well hopefully by the end of this you'll have some good ideas. Okay, so what is an apprenticeship? It's a way for young people and adults to earn while they learn. So you're in a job, you've got a contract of employment, you get paid and you're working towards a qualification that's recognised by the industry that you've gone into. And it's an alternative to going to university full time. You can get the equivalent of a degree through a vocational route. So it is an alternative that you need to consider. So I wish they'd give up doing that. Bear with me. So what are the benefits of doing an apprenticeship? Well, you can earn a salary in a real job, learn specific skills which will always help you in your career. You can progress to higher education and get a higher level qualification, and you can work towards a nationally recognised qualification. So they're available in 1,500 jobs across 280 skill areas. So probably a lot more jobs you can do through an apprenticeship than you think. It's not just about doing engineering or working within construction. You can work. Not a good time to be doing this, is it? So you could go into veterinary nursing, accounting, marketing, digital media. There are lots and lots of job opportunities through an apprenticeship. And over 500,000 started their apprenticeship last year. So let's have a look at the different levels of apprenticeship. There are 3 levels of apprenticeship. Starting off at intermediate, which is a level 2 qualification, so that's the equivalent to 5 GCSEs. We then have the advanced apprenticeship, which is going to take longer, anywhere between 18 to 48 months, and that's the equivalent to 2 good A-levels. And then we have the higher apprenticeship, which is level 4 and above, and that goes up to foundation degree level and beyond. And that are the 3 levels. For most of you, if you're leaving school at 16, you would probably enter an intermediate apprenticeship. If you're leaving school with A-levels, then you'll probably be looking at an advanced or a higher apprenticeship to start off with. So what are the components that go into an apprenticeship? So as we said to you before, you'll be working for an employer, so you will have a proper contract of employment and you'll be being paid for doing the job. What you will be then doing is a national qualification, so something like a BTEC, an MVQ, an HNC. You will also get on-the-job training and sector skills, so you can build up your competence and your knowledge of that job and the sector. And if you haven't achieved already your English and Maths qualification, then that will be built in, and it will be more applied English and applied Maths, so it'll be relevant to the job that you're doing. So what kind of training will you have? So it will cover both on the job and off the job training. So some training will be with your employer and you'll be assessed doing the job, and for part of it you'll probably go to a college or a training provider, and that might be 1 day a week or a couple of days a month. And you'll be assessed then by your training provider to make sure that you are competent to do the job. So this is Gabrielle. This is one of our many apprentices. Gabrielle secured her dream job with Channel 4. She decided to leave school at 16 and she had very, very good GCSE results. And I think her teachers were a bit surprised that she wanted to go into work and to further her career and not go into the sixth form, but that's what Gabrielle wanted to do. She competed for a role at Channel 4, and one of the things you need to recognise about an apprenticeship, it's not like just applying for a college course or a place in the sixth form. It is competitive, like other jobs are competitive. So I know Danielle had to compete with hundreds of people to secure her apprenticeship. She had to go through assessment centres, she had to go through interviews, but she's now got her dream job working at Channel 4. So what you need to be prepared really is prepared for what to do at interview, how to fill in your application, and be prepared to be competitive to get that dream job within your apprenticeship. So again, that's just one of our apprentices. So I'll talk a little bit about higher apprenticeships, and due really to the demand from business, more recently we've been developing apprenticeships at a higher level. So these are level 4, level 5, level 6 and level 7. So level 5 is at foundation degree level, and level 7 goes up to master's degree. And we're developing more and more of those apprenticeships so you can progress in your career right up to that higher level, so you can end up with the equivalent of what you would get going to university. And what we want and what government want is all young people to either look at an apprenticeship or university to help them along their career. So this shows some of the career progression from a higher apprenticeship. You know, you can get higher earning capacity and the potential to achieve graduate and postgraduate level qualifications, and sometimes professional accreditation as well. So we're going to talk now a little bit about apprenticeship vacancies, and Jenny's going to talk you through how you need to register and apply for an apprenticeship vacancy.
Cheers.
Do you want to go?
Okay, so I'll talk you through the steps to completing an application for an apprenticeship. There's 10 steps to go through. This makes it look like quite a long process, but in fact it's very similar to the process for registering on other careers and job sites. So I'm going to talk you through the steps of how you would register on the site, complete an application form, and also some of the support and resources available on our website to help you with your application and also at the interview stage as well. To start off, you would go to apprenticeships.org.uk. That's the Apprenticeships website. As well as accessing apprenticeship vacancies, you can find a whole wealth of information about apprenticeships on there, and it's great for getting an idea. It's great for getting an idea of
getting a lot of feedback.
Is that any better?
Yeah.
It's great for getting an idea of what kind of opportunities there are available through apprenticeships. At the end, cheers. that any better? No. If I try moving, that's a bit better. No, it's not. Okay.
Is this on?
Yeah, it's on, it's on.
Yeah.
He thinks it's the interference from the other things.
Right, okay. Do I need to actually take this
Yeah.
off?
That is sorry about that.
All right, no problem. So, yeah, okay. Okay, sorry about that. I will carry on just running through the website and just explain how you apply for an apprenticeship and some of the resources available. At the end, you'll have the opportunity to ask Carolyn and I any questions that you have at all about apprenticeships. So once you get to the website, just skipping back.
No, it's going it again.
This is the home page of the site. You just click on search for vacancies. From there, you can do a search using the blue box that you see there to look at apprenticeships available in your area, in the kinds of jobs that you're interested in. You can also register under new user. You can just click on register now, where you'll be prompted to just complete a short application form, which just takes a few minutes of your time. As soon as you have either registered or before then, you can start searching. And as you can see from the search criteria here, you can search by the kind of job role you're looking for. If you're aware of vacancies with a particular employer, you can put the employer's name in. You can enter your postcode and choose to just search within a certain radius from your postcode to find vacancies local to you. Once you search for a vacancy, you'll see the full vacancy details. This will tell you everything you need to know about the job that you would be doing, the training and qualifications that you'll receive, the wage that you'll be paid, and the hours, where you'll be working, exactly who the employer is. So all the details will be on there. The first thing you can do when you register is complete an application form. So even before you've found a vacancy that you're interested in, you can start completing an application form, and then you've got it ready when you find an opportunity to apply for. In a minute, I'll tell you where you can find a really useful booklet to download about applying for an apprenticeship, tips on completing your online application form and going to interview. A few tips are shown on here, so just about being really thorough. Make sure you read the vacancy properly and understand exactly what's involved, what the employer is asking for. Make sure you're realistic, look at what's expected. So with some apprenticeships, there will be specific entry criteria, including particular qualifications. With others, there won't be any specific criteria, so make sure you read all of that. Make sure you really sell yourself on your application form. Talk about any work experience you have got, and that could include things you've done at school or outside of school, voluntary work, anything that shows the skills that you've got. It's worth including those on your application. And an important tip that we always remind people about is always get somebody to check through your form for you. Just make sure you avoid any kind of lazy errors, spelling mistakes that would look bad to an employer. So it's always worth double checking through that form and getting somebody else to have a look through it as well. These are just a few of the opportunities that we've had recently on apprenticeship vacancies. So we've had some production assistant vacancies with the BBC. We've got engineering opportunities with Rolls-Royce. And as you'll see, these are all paying around £200 a week. The wage for apprenticeships varies, beginning at £2.68 per hour, but many employers pay a lot more. We've got professional barista apprentice at Starbucks, and an opportunity at the National Portrait Gallery in London. Vacancies with Vodafone, Pets at Home, a digital media apprenticeship, Royal Bank of Scotland, and we've recently had a couple of vacancies with Warner Brothers in Leavesden for studio assistant and lighting assistant. Once you're registered on apprenticeship vacancies, you'll be able to see all of those vacancies and many others. At any one point, I think Carolyn mentioned before, we can have up to 22,000 vacancies on the system. I had a look this morning and we had about 16,000, so at any one time there are plenty of opportunities. Once you're registered, you can set up alerts so that you can receive texts and emails to notify you when vacancies that might be of interest to you become available. We've got an app that you can download, AV Search, and if anyone's got their phone on them at the moment, it's very quick to just search for either in the Google Play or in the Apple Store, and you would just search for AV Search or for apprenticeships. And that just makes it easy for you to search apprenticeship vacancies whilst you're on the move. These are some of the resources on our website which I referred to earlier. We've got how to write a winning application form, which is a really good booklet, the one at the top there. That can be downloaded from our website. Okay, I think we've got quite a lot of lost people today. Another pack that we've got available to download is Flying Start, which tells you a lot about apprenticeships, what they are, how to apply. Both of those are available at apprenticeships.org.uk. And these are just some of the employers, including the ones I've mentioned earlier and more, that have recently advertised vacancies on apprenticeship vacancies. Has anyone got any questions at all that they would like to ask Carolyn or I, maybe about apprenticeships, about specifically what you would be interested in applying for?
Wait for that. If people want to come to the front and ask us questions, that's fine as well. We have got an apprenticeship stand at the back there as well, where you can get access to all the live vacancies today. Vacancies change daily, so you may look on one day and you don't see what you're looking for. You need to set up and register your text and alerts, as Jenny said, and then you'll get a text or an email, and that will inform you when new vacancies are posted on the system. So do we have any specific questions that anybody would like to ask? No. I mean, a number of people say to me, Carolyn, what kind of qualifications do you need for an apprenticeship? And I think the answer really depends on what level of apprenticeship you're looking for. So if you're going to be applying for a higher level qualification, a lot of employers are going to be asking for good qualifications in the first place. So some may ask for A-levels for a higher apprenticeship. But if you're going for an intermediate, you can go for an intermediate straight from your GCSEs. If you're going into some sectors, so if you're going to be an engineer, you're going to have good maths results. You're going to have good science results. So don't think you can just go into an apprenticeship with no qualification. Having said that, some of the intermediate level vacancies that we've got do not require any qualifications. It's about being reliable and trustworthy and having those good interpersonal skills. So there are vacancies for everybody, regardless of their qualification level. So for those that have got very good, say, A-level results, right down to people who maybe haven't done as well as they wanted at GCSE. So it's something for everybody really to consider. What about you girls? What do you want to do when you leave school? You want to go into childcare? Yeah, you can do that through an apprenticeship. We have lots of vacancies working with children through the childcare sector. Yeah, that's great. What about you? Do you know? Physio. Physio, yeah. Usually to do physio, you would go to university, but it may well be you can go into sports sector through an apprenticeship, but normally you would go through a university degree for that. Yeah, what about you? Oh, what, a teacher? Yeah, normally you have to go through university, but you can become a teaching assistant through an apprenticeship and work your way up that way. So there's different ways of doing that, yeah. And what about you? You don't escape. Any ideas? A hairdresser and beautician, yeah, we've got lots of really good opportunities in apprenticeship for that sector. So apprenticeship vacancies is the place to have a look when it comes the time to you leaving school, yeah. Any other questions? No? I mean, we can take the mics off now, and then if there are any further questions, we're more than happy to mingle amongst you, so you can ask individual questions. But thank you very much.
Also, we've got some leaflets here for you to take away, which will be a reminder of where the website is and how to apply. So do come and pick up a leaflet, and there's some badges and wristbands as well.